Bostitch 651 S5 pneumatic stapler. Going to use it for siding. It comes with a siding adapter. Going to show you how it goes together. Coming up. Hi, I'm Roger. Welcome to a very messy shop. A lot of dust in here. We've been building things like crazy. It's getting to be the time of year where people winterize their beehives, and we make a lot of that type of equipment in here. So bear with me with the dust. But coming up here, got the Bostitch or Bostitch, depending which way you want to pronounce it. 651 S5 pneumatic stapler. As it is, comes right out of the box. It's great for putting sheeting on. OSB or plywood sheeting is stapled on, and if you've ever tried to take a sheet off that's been stapled on, you'll notice exactly how well it holds. It's a 7/16 wide medium crown stapler, and I bought this to do siding with. We're going to be siding the renovation house, which is a whole nother series of videos, as we've been working on that from when the time we bought it about this time last year. And now that the weather has cooled off, it's October now, so we're going to get into doing the siding on it. Yes, you can nail it, and I've done a lot of siding using nails. And Bostitch also makes an adapter for their coil roofing nailer that you put on for siding, and I have that. But if you don't have the gun exactly square, plumb, and level when you go to put that nail in, it's going to fire it in the wrong place. And you also can't get into like weird places and hold the gun at strange angles because it just doesn't work. And we have some places on the house coming up where it's going to be very difficult to be able to swing a hammer, but I can get the nose of the stapler in there. That is one of the main reasons I got it, other than it's a whole lot quicker to staple it on. But it does take some setup. You need to change the foot on this from the regular contact foot to the siding contact foot, which I'm going to show you here in just a minute. Then we'll have to adjust the depth so that it doesn't fire the staple too deep, and for that I've got some scraps of siding here and a couple of pieces of wood to experiment with. So we'll get this thing set up. Okay, so yes, I've had the box open. I made sure everything was in there. It comes with the siding adapter, which we'll put on here in a minute, and the owner's manual, which will get parked with all my other owner's manuals. Might even look at it later. One thing that's nice is it comes with the air fitting already in it, and it matches up with everything else I have. We'll get that out of the way. Now what you need to change is right here. This is the contact foot. To take that off, you need a 4mm Allen wrench. That little foot comes off. The new foot goes on. If you already have one of these staplers and you want to get this attachment, the model of it is a VS-A5, and I'm sure you can purchase this separate. You put this on, you want to have these little noses here pointed down. And we'll have to do some depth adjustment here, I'm sure, after I get this thing fired up here and some staples loaded in it. So we'll start about midway. We'll see how that does. Maybe I'll get lucky, make some adjustments and put this little guy in the bag so I don't lose it. And I'll put it somewhere where I won't forget where it is, and then I'll forget. I'll probably put it with the manual or go in the drawer with the shop manuals. So next I need some staples. Yeah, these are 1 3/4 long, 7/16 crown. You just slip in there. I'm only going to load one magazine of them in right now. And I guess an air hose would be handy here too. Okay, I got some scraps of wood here. The way this works is it goes, there's these little feet here, you see on the very tips. That's what you straddle this part of the siding with right here. So you'll be putting the staple in this direction. And, oh boy, I got that right on here. And you want it to be able to slip like this, because if you have never worked with vinyl siding, When the sun hits it, it gets longer. And when it gets real cold out, it gets shorter. So you have to be able to have this expansion in there so that it can move. When the next, I don't have another, let's say when the next piece latches on, but I don't have a scrap here that'll latch. But it'll latch under here, and it also has the ability to slide and move as the temperature changes. So I did get lucky here with my depth. It's ideal. Absolutely ideal. Try it on a little bit harder piece of wood here, piece of southern yellow pine. Still perfect. Still perfect. So this will work out great. Really surprised I got that lucky with my depth adjustment on the first shot. So we'll add a couple other little things in here. On the side of the trigger here, and hopefully you can, don't take the air hose off. Little button right there, you can turn that dial. I have it set for what they call sequential trip, which means that you have to have the nose pressed and pull the trigger and it'll fire one staple. If you turn this so the arrow points up towards the gun, then it'll be continuous. So you could hold the trigger like if you're putting wall sheeting on, hold the trigger and just boom, 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 boom. You definitely don't want to do that with sighting. So we have it set for sequential trip. There's also a hanger on here you can move out if you want to hang it on the ladder or hang it on, well, a little heavy to hang on your belt. Me, it'd pull my drawers off. Don't want that. Neighbors probably wouldn't like it. But you can hang it on a rafter, you could hang it on a board or hang it or do whatever there. So that is nice. On the front is a latch. Take the tension off this first. If you get a jam, you pop this latch open like so. Oh, that was tight. And this opens up and you can clear your jam and just put everything back in. So there we go. So there's my little quick demonstration of the Bostitch, whichever way you want to say it. 651 S5 stapler, 7/16, what they call a medium crown. Use an 1 3/4 inch long staples because we're going to be going through foam board and old siding. I want to make sure I can hit that shiplap sheeting behind it. And this will do that. As you can see here, it drives them in perfect. We've got the right amount of play here. It's not too loose, not too tight. So it'll work out just right. So if you got anything out of this, appreciate getting a thumbs up. Always helps the channel. Otherwise, I'm Roger in the shop. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.